This is my moon. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My moon is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without me, my moon is useless. Without my moon, I'm useless. I was born in a new solar system. When a Mars-sized planet crashed into Earth, since that violent cataclysm, everything has settled down. In a balance I find so delicate and perfect, it makes Earth the only rocky planet to have a solar eclipse. Life has been a little monotonous since then. Circling around my partner, circling around another star, circling around some random point so far away I don't even know what it is. But then something beautiful happened. These little things started to happen on the planet over which I look. This new wave of something I've never seen before, something that happens on no other moon. It challenged the expectations of what a moon should be, how the endless cycle of rotation should look, how a body should move. They invite me into a world that is not characterized by the recognizable, well-practiced rules of physics that governs my everyday. Some planets have many of these, but for our planet, there is only one. It causes a solar eclipse. I originated as a companion in orbit around the Earth. For Mars, there are 2 like me. For Jupiter, 95. And for Saturn, many more. Stuck in my predetermined trajectory, I am by design in the dark. The only exception for my unilluminated state occurs when the sun shines its light on part of my surface, reflecting its own light off of me. In comparison to the planet I orbit, I am small and powerless. The pull of its orbit is far too strong for me to resist, and has left me in a route that was constant and seemingly impervious to change. Though I accompany the Earth throughout the course of my existence, I remain alone, with no companion of my own. I am not free to leave my path, only recently having begun to slightly distance myself from the planet that I circle. Despite the distance slowly growing between us, my planet is not divorced from my impact. Just as I feel its presence in creating my trajectory, it feels my presence too. We are both remaining fixtures in each other's cycles, going through the motions that render our fates to be intertwined for the remainder of our foreseeable existence. I am something in the sky that seems to shine at night. However, I'm not a star, I'm a satellite. I work in cycles, in all sorts of ways. I also have an influence over time and days. My influences can sometimes be seen. The tides in the ocean can get very mean. I also shimmer in the dark to guide the small and large through the park. Most people know the sun to be most influential of night and day, but many organisms, especially those underwater, rely on my changing phases to reproduce. Morning light, afternoon haze, evening shadow. It may seem dark, but you're in my gaze. Life is always in my reflection. Just see by changing your perception. From above, I cannot see this spectacle, but I hear it's most observable. The Earth exerts a gravitational pull on me, and I do the same on it. This results in big bulges on the Earth's nearest side to me, and lower level on the other. These times of ebb and times of tide reflect the cycles of micro to macro life. I have always been a shiny companion in the dark, dazzling the great wide open to show the way, shining bright for creatures to make their mark. I mark the end of a long day. Together with the stars, I was the only one to produce light in the dark. Now I see the Earth shines bright on its own. I hear it can stand in the way of my influences on the cycles of life. Sandhoppers use their brain compass to orient, which is influenced by the sun, but this is not enough. They rely on my cycles to navigate themselves with a lunar compass in their antenna. I guide love, life, and family when it is needed. When Barrow's petrels need to find one another, they rely on the fullness of my light to be able to meet. Even from my great distance from Earth, I can see this beautiful start of life. The coral reefs depend on many factors to spawn, but one is necessary. the fullness of my being. Even the turtles and fish rely on my light and dance with earth to create the ebb and tide. Without this, the conditions would not be right for the protection of their offspring. And what about the Mormon tea? If this flower does not get enough attention, it uses my sparkle in a unique way. In my brightest shine, it produces a droplet of fluid. This droplet of fluid, together with my bright light, creates a dazzle like a disco ball and attracts pollinators. Even the little dung beetle relies on me. Not only do I attract potential pollinators, I also protect prey. Dung beetles use my polarization patterns to navigate and orient themselves to safely return home. Brown and old by day, white and young by night. My eyes are glass. I have 9 faces, but no head. I sing in the sky, but have no voice. I'm nowhere and everywhere. A radiant beacon of the night sky. I have inspired poets, artists, movies, and dreamers across cultures. My allure is timeless, ever present, and my significance deeply ingrained in the tapestry of human history, forever deeply ingrained in their culture and of cultural myths and beliefs. Those that celebrate the Lunar New Year celebrate me. I am woven into the fabric of Chinese life. They believe the immortal goddess of Chang lives on me, with its companion, the mystical lunar rabbit, that consistently pounds the elixir of life. I inspire history and tradition, inspiring awe and reflecting in the hearts of those on earth. People on earth see me as having many faces. They seek comfort and conspiracy in outlining figures on my face. Yet to earth, I am one-sided, only ever presenting one side of me. They will likely not know what the back of my head looks like. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind was a statement that transcended borders. Conflict and a race to greet me and meet me was seen as a testament to scientific progress and collaboration. However, what do they leave behind? A pole stuck in my face, claiming me as theirs? Or technology I cannot comprehend that leaves a trace on my face, never to be swept away? I am a force to be reckoned with. Without me, humans would float off the face of the earth. I keep them tethered. I have allowed them to progress in scientific discoveries and have guided them in making sense of how I function. Am I an instigator of conflict? Or am I destined to protect? Those that live viewing only the side of me that gives light and joy, do they realize that my dark side shields them from all the asteroids that are otherwise bound to hit you? Ever present and everlasting. I was here long before every species on Earth, and I will be here long after they are gone. I provide companionship and comfort, and I only ask for serenity in return. That is to say, we are intertwined with all things, and while differences exist, they cannot be understood as polar opposites. We emerge together, we work together, we shape each other, and we complement each other. Rejoice in the life that I am a part of. Small and large, insects, mammals, birds, humans, and the universe, I'm reflected in it all. I reflect life.